Greetings, Better Choice Scholars. Miss Morton here. Today we're going to read the story, Our Children Can Soar, a celebration of Rosa Parks, former President Barack Obama, and the many other African Americans that have acted as pioneers for change. This story is written by Michelle Cook. Let's get started. Our ancestors fought so George could invent. This is George Washington Carver, also known as the plant doctor. Dr. Carver came up with a plethora of uses for peanuts, sweet potatoes, and soybeans. It was because of his many innovations that farmers were able to harvest bountiful crops. George invented so Jesse could sprint. This is Jesse Owens. During the 1936 Berlin Olympics, he won 4 gold Olympic medals in track and field. Jesse sprinted so Hattie could star. This is Hattie McDaniel. She was an actress and the first African American to win an Academy Award. Hattie starred so Ella could sing. This is Ella Fitzgerald. She was a jazz singer nicknamed the First Lady of Song. She won 13 Grammys and was one of the best-selling recording artists in history. Ella sang so Jackie could soar. Scholars, this is Jackie Robinson. Jackie Robinson was the first African American to play Major League Baseball. And he was also the first African American to be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Jackie scored so Rosa could sit. This is Rosa Parks. We know that it was because of Rosa Parks refusing to give up her seat on a Montgomery bus that this was the catalyst of the Montgomery bus boycott, which ultimately resulted in African Americans being afforded the same opportunities as their counterparts, so they were able to sit down anywhere they wanted on the bus. However, it took many years for this to occur. Rosa sat so Ruby could dream. This little girl is Ruby Bridges. Ruby Bridges was the first African American child to attend an all-white school in the South, which paved the way for schools to be integrated. That meant that children, regardless of their skin color, could attend the same schools. Ruby learned so Martin could march. Scholars, this is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He was a civil rights activist that led peaceful protests demanding equality. He was also the recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize. Martin marched so Thurgood could rule. This is Thurgood Marshall. He was the first African American justice of the United States Supreme Court. So he was a United States Supreme Court judge. Thurgood ruled so Barack could run. Scholars, this is former President Barack Obama. He was the first African American president of the United States, and he served 2 terms. Barack ran so our children can soar, and higher and faster and stronger they go. Notice in the illustrations that the children are walking on the backs of those that came before them. Scholars, it's imperative, that means very important, that we understand and we appreciate the sacrifices that were made on our behalf for our ancestors. And we need to make sure that we take advantage of the opportunities that we're being afforded, because you have the opportunity to be anything that you want to be and to do anything that you want to do, thanks to those that came before us and paved the way. So please make sure that you take advantage of the opportunities that you're afforded. Take care.